Hello! OC Public Libraries here to show you a do-it-yourself craft you can do from your very own backyard. Here are the supplies we will need. A can, a clean can and the label removed. Soil. I'm using here cactus, palm, and citrus potting mix, but any soil will do. Material that will go around the can that you can use. I'm using here burlap, but any type of material will work. Additional fabric. In this case, I'm using ribbon, and this will help decorate my can. Embellishments. Here, I'm using shells, but you can use buttons or anything that you have around your house that you would like to add to your can. A scoop for your soil and putting it into the can. A pen or pencil, and this will help you to mark out how much fabric you need to use around the can. Scissors, this will help you cut the fabric. White glue, this is paper source, but any white glue will do, and this will help seal and adhere the fabric to the can. And most importantly, the succulent that we will be planting today. Now we will begin the process of decorating your can. You want to do this first because you avoid spilling your soil. So first I'm going to take my fabric and I'm going to wrap it around. And it is a little bit more than what I need and a little bit more on top. I kind of want to have the centerpiece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my pen and I'm going to say I want to cut just about this much. And I can see that my mark is right here. And then it's about the whole width of the can. So that's about a good length that I already have pre-cut. But first, what I want to do is cut my fabric. So I take my scissors and I see my line, and I'm now going to start cutting. So I've cut my fabric, and so here is my fabric. And now I'm going to put it back up to my can, and if you're happy with the type of fabric that it is and the dimensions, then you can begin the process of sealing. So first, use a strip of white glue down the can. So find where maybe is your back side of your can. So here you can see some of my labeling didn't come off. So I'm going to do it that this is where the seam of the fabric is going to be. Okay, so I'm going to take my white glue and I'm going to do a strip along here. Just lightly at first to see. Oops. Okay. And as you can see here, I did a little bit too much on the top, but we can wipe that off. So I'm gonna adhere the fabric to the glue right there, and then I'm gonna wrap it around. And using another strip of glue, we're gonna put it on the material here. And you're almost gonna be gluing on the same points, but just in different spots. So you can see that my fabric here is glued along here, and I'm now going to go kind of over a little bit on top of my fabric, and this way this will seal the top of my fabric over, and I'm going to gently secure that in place. Now that my base fabric has been securely fastened around my can, I would like to add additional ribbon. So I have my ribbon here, and similar to what we did to our burlap, I want to measure this first. So I'm going to take the ribbon around the can, and I want to kind of create a bow. So I will want to create some excess on my string, and I think that's about where I want to go. So what I'm going to do is you can either use your pen to mark it, or you can go ahead and cut it. And I'm going to go ahead and cut mine. There we go. And now that I've cut this, I can now put this around. And since I'm tying this, I don't need to glue it. but see where your glue mark is and make sure that goes in the front. Okay. After you securely wrap the material around the can, it's time to add buttons or shells or any fun material you would like to showcase. In this case, I'm going to be using a shell. So using that white glue that you have, put a little bit on the edge of your material. And adhere it to the can in a place that you would like it to be. And press firmly to make sure that it seals onto your can. Once all your embellishments securely and everything else you want to include, you're now ready to get planting. If you're using succulents, you don't need to add drainage to the bottom of the can because they require little water. If you're using a different plant, be sure to cut up sponge pieces or stones to place at the bottom of the can before adding the soil. Now, what we want to do is we want to grab a scoop of the soil. So, using our scooper and our soil, we're going to grab a scoop and place it in the can. And what you want to do is you want to fill up the can at least halfway. See? And I may want to add a little bit more. And just about halfway. Now, if your plant is shorter, then use moist soil. If it's longer, then you'll want to add less soil. So in this case, the succulent that I am using today is a little bit shorter. So I'm gonna add a little bit more than halfway soil because then what's gonna happen is when you place it in, it's gonna drop pretty low. So that's why we're gonna add a little bit more soil. Okay. Once you've added the right amount of soil, you're going to take your succulent or plant and you're going to place it gently into the can. Okay. And if you're taking it out of a soil planter that I have here, sometimes you kind of want to crumble the bottom of the soil as you're putting it into the mix. Now, you will want to add some soil around here. This will help pack it in and to keep it stable and supported. And you kind of pack it in to make sure that it is secure. Once you've securely packed in your succulent, you want to add a little bit of water and to remember to water every couple days or as needed. If the soil is dry, your plant needs water. After that, you have completed creating a great countertop succulent to add to your household. Want more gardening tips? Then check out OC Public Library's free home and garden magazines on RB Digital. Thank you for viewing OCPL's Do-It-Yourself Craft tutorial.